Hey everybody, welcome to another Triple Hound Gaming video, and today what we're going to do is go through 5 legendary items that make Assassin's Creed Odyssey easy. So, first disclaimer is that these are legendary items. They are hard to acquire in and of themselves. So, Assassin's Creed Odyssey isn't easy. You have to do hard things in order to acquire these items that will then make the things you do afterwards easy. So, that's the first disclaimer. You can't just find these sitting around on a map. You've got to do some hard missions in many cases and complete big chunks of the game in order to acquire these items. The second disclaimer that I will sort of throw out there is that one of these items is sort of 5 items. It's an entire gear set that I definitely recommend assembling in all of its glory. With that out of the way, let's jump into the first item on the list, which is Poseidon's Trident. That's here. Poseidon's Trident is so amazing because, as you can see here, it will allow you to breathe underwater. Poseidon's Trident can be found on a tiny little island all the way over to the right of the map. There is no fast travel point on it. You have to take a ship or really swim a long ways. It can be tedious. But on this island is the Temple of Poseidon, and guarding the Temple of Poseidon is an alpha animal. It is a lion. So you have to kill the lion and get at the treasure chest on this tiny little island that has Poseidon's Trident. The good news is it's the sort of item you can get sort of early in the game. You don't have to have defeated the entire game. You can get it at a lower level than you can do a lot of things on this legendary items list. It makes things so much easier because there are lots of missions in the game that require you to swim through tunnels and find things deep underwater. And even if you're not on a mission, finding these treasure chests at sunken sites where there are sharks swimming around, it makes it easier if you don't have to stop and come up for air every so often. So this is an item you can get as early as you can, as early as you're leveled up and feel like facing those lions, and you can breathe underwater, accomplish underwater missions so much more easier without that extra stress. The next item on the list is Jason's Hammer. Jason's Hammer, the most important thing about Jason's Hammer, as you can see here, is that it has -1 adrenaline used when you do your overpower attack. And we'll get into why that's important in a moment. Where you can find this is at the Palace of Agamemnon. You can see it here on the map. And it is in a legendary treasure chest. So like Poseidon's Trident, all you really need to do is find the treasure chest and you have this item. It is guarded by a bunch of thugs or bandits or something, I forget, at Agamemnon's palace, but you can sneak in and get the item and get out in some cases and save yourself the trouble of the fight. Once you have it, it breaks shield defenses easily, and you can do chain attacks all the way through conquest battles. Tremendously powerful. And because it uses 1 less adrenaline for an overpower attack, you can get in twice as many overpower attacks in 1 adrenaline bar. So that is extremely important. The next item on the list, not the last, but the next item on the list is Hades' Bow. Hades' Bow turns every single arrow you fire into a fire arrow. You get it by defeating a mercenary. Somewhere in your travels you will encounter a mercenary who has the nickname of the Ashen Wake, or the Ashen Wake. You can see they all have nicknames like this. I've already killed them, so they're not going to show up on my list. But when you find the mercenary whose nickname is the Ashen Wake, kill them and they will give you this weapon. You do have to be leveled up to a certain point to be able to take on the Ashen Wake mercenary, so you can't get it right off of the bat in the game. But as you can see, it turns every single arrow into a fire arrow, which does a ton of damage to the people you're attacking at any given time. It keeps them on fire. They continue to do damage while you're not engaged with them. and it is a huge benefit. It makes the game so much easier. It also works with ghost arrows and other arrows, so you can shoot through walls and catch people on fire. The next item on our list is the disclaimer, the Amazon gear set. That is the entire Amazon gear set. So it is really 5 items in and of itself. So yes, you could nitpick this list and say that this is actually 10 legendary items that you need. And it's hard to get because you have to assassinate everybody in the Heroes of the Cult line in order to acquire it. Each of these people gives you a little bit of the Amazon gear set. There are 5 of these guys up here. And with all of those pieces together, the Amazon gear set, or the Amazon suit, if you will, gives you back health for damage that you inflict. So as you can see here, the bear hits me, it takes me down damage, but as soon as I get a couple of shots in on the bear, my health bar goes back up. That is a huge help when you're fighting big groups of people. You can take damage, you can take hits, and as soon as you get a return shot in, that health comes back. It makes a huge difference in how you play the game. The last item on the list, as you can see, is the Chimera's Breath. Let's learn more about the Chimera's Breath from the guy who built it in the first place.
The Chimera's Breath. My greatest creation, but also my greatest regret. I left before they could force me to complete it. Without my finishing touches, it will never work as intended.
Tell me more about this secret weapon. What does it do?
It's meant to engulf enemy ships in a torrent of flames. And it works extremely well. Installation is the tricky part, though. If done incorrectly, it backfires. Horribly.
You're taking a big risk by sharing your secrets with me.
No. I'm betting on you to destroy the Tempest for me. Get your hands on the plans, and I can install the Chimera's Breath on your ship. With it, you can destroy her entire fleet. I must do something to right this wrong.
He wasn't kidding. It works very well. It's hard to get. You have to go through a fair amount of the second DLC in order to even acquire the Chimera's Breath. In the DLC line, Shadow Heritage, you meet this guy who we just saw the clip from, who had built this dangerous flamethrower weapon for the Tempest, the sort of the evil mega boss of that particular DLC. And she was going to use it to sort of rule this section of the map. But you have to go through a handful of little missions to get a hold of this guy's plans and get a hold of a decoding document so that you can read the plans, and then you can install this thing on your ship, and it makes a tremendous difference in naval battles. I'm not somebody, if you've watched any of my Assassin's Creed videos, you know that I'm not somebody who really cares for the naval battles in this game. However, getting the Chimera's Breath flamethrower makes that part of the game, which I had previously disliked and still sort of dislike, so much easier. As you are ramming ships, if that's part of your attack plan when you are playing this game on the naval side, just hammer down on your flamethrower button and you will do so much more damage than really anything else that you can do. Plus, the fire, once you catch a ship on fire, it continues to do damage over time. It's the same type of benefit you get from the Hades bow and the automatic fire arrows that come with it. So, those are the 5 items, 10 I guess if you want to be nitpicky, with the Amazon gear set, that I think make Assassin's Creed Odyssey easy. Those items are not easy to get, so it's hard until you get them. And if you think that there is a legendary weapon or some other weapon in this game that you think I should have added to this list, or that has really helped you play this game, please let me know in the comments what you think that is. If I get enough new items that you think I should be featuring, maybe I will do a second video of viewer suggestions of more legendary items that are sort of need to get items in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. With that in mind, thank you for watching. Of course, we have all sorts of Assassin's Creed Odyssey content on the Triple Hound channel. A couple of Assassin's Creed Liberation videos, a couple of Assassin's Creed Chronicles videos, and we're of course looking forward to the Assassin's Creed codename Kingdom Viking, a game that is rumored to come out in 2020. If you're watching this in 2021 and that didn't happen, I apologize. I hope there's been an Assassin's Creed game since then. So thanks for watching again. Like and subscribe, hit your notification bell, and tune in next time for more Triple Hound videos. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.